Hey guys, UT and Angel here, and we are going to give you guys a look at one specific pepper, and it is the Buena Mulata. We have 2 plants in each pot here, and they are loaded with peppers. And so we are going to clip a lot of these to release some of the weight. We've had to tie up one pot because the branches were halfway to the ground because of the weight. But we have lots of peppers here, and we're just going to go ahead and give a good clipping of a lot of these peppers. I'm starting to notice we do have a lot of blooms still that haven't bloomed, but some are also dropping, so we would like to produce more. So we're going to go ahead and give a clip of a lot of our larger sized peppers here. Give you guys a look-see and do a pepper taste. So far, this is what we've gotten, and he's only clipped a few. And that's only off of just this one pot. So we're doing well this year in production when it comes to at least 7 of our varieties of peppers, and we're very excited. We haven't seen this much production this early, so we're really excited. So UT's going to go ahead and clip majority of these off, and we'll give you guys a look at what we've got and give you a little taste test. I tasted one the other day, and when they're purple, at least the one that I tasted, wasn't very spicy. It had just barely anything. Very handleable.
As they ripen, they change brown to red, and in most peppers, except for a few unique varieties, as they ripen, they get hotter. So when they're red, they're really hot. As this, they're not too hot, but they are still can be pretty hot, especially near the seeds.
Definitely. So we do know from growing this previously that this pepper does get hotter as it ripens. I decided to try one last week while it was purple just to see where the spice level was at, and it wasn't very spicy, and it was pretty good. It reminded me, to be honest, of the flavor of a courbaki, which is a sweet pepper, only it had just a little bit of spice to it. And so we're extremely excited
This is a good
how
pepper
well
to grow. It's been really productive for us in place of a cayenne, possibly. It doesn't taste like a cayenne, though. I can understand how some people might not like this specific flavor so much. What we've noticed is with purple peppers, there's a certain kind of a spicy flavor to them, almost like the pepper spice that comes with a lot of them. It's in the Oda, it seems to be in this one a little bit. If you're making salsa or something and you're looking for a cayenne type, this one's a little bit variation on the flavor. It would make a good powder or sauce though. I'd also like to note, like, we put the holes up in these 5-gallon buckets. They're like $2 to $4 each, and then fill them with soil. The shape of the pepper has a lot to do with the productivity. If you notice the shape of the container, so these long containers, these 5-gallon buckets like this, seem to do long peppers for us. Other ones like the Reza that's long are doing well. The courbaki always does well for us. So the longer buckets, if we're growing a wider pepper like a bell style variety, we would try to get a wider bucket in order to grow less than 2 plants, probably just 1 plant in one. But I'll clip the rest of these off here real quick, and we'll go in and try some of them, and we'll probably give a lot of these away to neighbors and stuff. Our use for them, our best use for them, from what I've tested last year, which was our first year growing, was probably a pepper powder or a sauce.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and get these clipped, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
Alright, so July 5th of 2020, this is UT and Angel, and we're going to take these in and give them a try, and probably bag the rest up to give away. So in here we have these branches are a little bit low. I'll come in and I'll trim all these out, and then I'll put it in with some more soil that's heavy in some local worm castings we have to kind of fertilize it, and then water it in really well, and push it through another wave after this. So it's UT and Angel. This is our first
pepper harvest.
First pepper harvest. Love you guys. Catch you in a second. Alright, so this is the Buena Mulata pepper. As you guys can see, we got, this bowl is kind of deep, so We got quite a few. We'll be giving most of these away to neighbors or something. We usually don't like pickling long peppers, but we might end up doing that. I would say if we had some tomatoes handy, what we would end up with is most likely just trying to make a quick salsa out of them so that we could start eating some salsa from our yard is one of the things we like to do with a lot of the peppers. Angel will snack on these out in the yard while they're purple, so the heat is really mild, at least for our grows. Each situation may be different. These can get very hot as well, so about as hot as a cayenne.
So what I've done here is I've cut 2 peppers, one that started to lighten in color and one that is darker in colors, which they start out to be, just to see if there is a difference in spiciness. They do grow like a Thai pepper, a long, skinny, you know, twirly pepper. So we're gonna go ahead and give each one a taste test and see if there is a difference in spiciness. Here's the darker colored. And this one is spicier than the one I ate the other day. So, a lot spicier than the one I ate the other day.
A lot of times when they start forming, they come out a darker purple. I think the darkness of the purple on these might have to do with our wonky weather. Kind of just gave them a little bit of a darker color where they were not doing as well, wherein the light colored ones are burgeoning and starting to ripen. They'll become like a really light color, almost like a tan brown. This is showing up as mostly just white. The purple will lighten up and then they'll go red after that tan brown, but they take a long time to ripen. And with these ones specifically, they're prettier and cooler. We like them under on this specific variety. I've noticed that as they are ripe, they end up tending to be a little more sour. It's a sweet flavor, but it's more of a pucker sour sweet. So.
Okay, so this one, it was a darker purple like the one I ate the other day. But I'm guessing the one I ate the other day was just earlier, so it wasn't as spicy. But this one, same color, just maybe a week older. A lot more spice to it, for sure. I'm almost afraid of trying the lighter one because it's already starting to change color.
I got it. Angel prefers milk, and it'll kind of numb the heat off right that moment. I prefer orange juice. Orange juice will take the heat away faster. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't really stop the burning as well right away, but it draws the entire burning off. So milk and orange juice are both good for when you're trying hot peppers.
So this is the lighter one. I'll let you two go ahead for it. I was able to eat the whole pepper the other day and have no issues. I'm guessing because it's a week earlier, some heat has been able to.
And these are a lot of seeds you bit from a seed section, right?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to try from the end piece here.
Okay.
We're both not big fans of heat, but we'll try these on camera for everybody this year.
How's that one for you? Spicy?
It goes right to the back of the tongue, and
Mine covered my whole mouth, and it's probably because I just chewed it. I was not expecting any heat because I ate a purple one this color a week ago, and it had no spice, very little. Only this one had a lot more spice, so the longer they're on there, the hotter they get, and then the more color they change, the hotter they get. So I'm going to guess that this whole bowl is pretty spicy, even though they're purple. So it's a good pepper though. I like it, and it's not terrible. It's not a terrible spice.
yeah, and I'll maybe provide a link in the description, but there's a really good history on these peppers too. They're kind of like an unknown heirloom. So everybody should look up that history and take a look at this pepper. It's really, really good. I would call it a cayenne alternate. We grow it because it's a little more unique than a cayenne. It produces really, really well in our yard, especially in longer style 5-gallon bucket containers like we grow in.
But overall, it's a good pepper. It has some good spice to it, so I'm guessing, you know, when you first start seeing your peppers, give them a couple weeks and they're going to have some spice, whether they're purple or not. Ours do. You know, I was really surprised when I tried the other one. It had no spice, and so I was pretty sure this one wouldn't have any either, but I was very wrong. It's pretty spicy, and it is a little bit of a lingering spice. It does hit right away, almost instantly, but it's good. It's not, mine's already dissipating, so it's not even that
Yeah,
bad.
I would say it does have a little bit of thunder to it. So does a cayenne as well, though. But
Yeah.
it's mostly lightning. It's like a really, really kind of, it hits you quick. Almost makes you feel like you want to cough for a second. And it doesn't linger too bad. It does linger a little bit, but not too bad. We usually rate thunder or lightning. Thunder's the linger, like a jalapeno would linger with the heat, with the more pungentness of it. And then other ones like the Sugar Rush Peach, it's just almost just lightning. It's just like a quick little burn from the heat, and then that's it. So
Yeah.
we suggest wearing gloves whenever you do this.
Yeah, with any hot pepper, I would suggest wearing gloves because the heat can linger on your fingers for much longer. But overall, I think it's a great pepper. It's very productive. We are having a very good season with these so far, and it's only the beginning of July, and this is what we've gotten. So we had a very good production year last season as well with the Buena Mulata, and that's why we chose to grow it again, because it produced us quite a bit, and we've already gotten probably double the production so far this season. So it's a very productive pepper, and it's good. Has a nice spice to it. I would recommend.
We might end up pickling a jar of these, but the majority of them will probably go to somebody else. It's our first harvest of the year of peppers, and we share everything that we have from our yard with the community around us and friends and family. So I would recommend this. I would recommend, if you planned on growing it as like a cayenne alt, to see if you can find it somewhere, or maybe just try one plant of it first. See if you like the flavor of it, because it is different than a cayenne. A cayenne reminds me of that Midwest salsa flavor, and this one reminds me a little bit more floral tasting, I would say, or a different kind of spiciness to it. So if you're looking for like a salsa pepper, I would stick with a cayenne, for example.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, good pepper. I recommend it. Give it a try if you're interested. Our first pepper harvest of the season of 2020. We love you all, and thank you for watching.